Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to Troffenskaf. Welcome to the Troffenskaf in Crystal Caves. And oh yeah, we're still playing Donkey Kong 64, and this is going to be part 34. Diddy Kong was actually the final Kong to play in Crystal Caves last time. The final blueprint and the final couple of red bananas is what we needed in order to achieve 100% in the stage. Or did we obtain 100% in the stage? Because the key that you obtain by beating the boss, of course, also counts. 350 bananas we actually need in order to unlock this key. 4 Kongs are going to be required, at least. Even if you have all 100 bananas for all of the Kongs, it will still take you at least 4 Kongs. Getting to face these bosses is getting more difficult and difficult the further we get. That was the first one. The fact that I'm starting off with the Diddy already gives away Diddy is indeed not going to take on this boss. It is also not going to be Lanky. He's also going to give 100 of his bananas. All 100 bananas, of course. Leaving us 150. And 3 potential Kongs who can actually take on this boss. Let's scratch another one. For the next 100 bananas, I'm going to pick Chunky. Yeah, he already did the previous boss, so don't expect him to already get another one. It's going to be Donkey Kong or Tiny Kong. It's anyone's guess. It's not my guess because I already know which one's going to be. Let's keep it exciting for the guys who are not too familiar with this game yet. Stop playing with the butterflies. No, we're going to pick Donkey Kong again. After doing all of the Kongs, it actually loops around back to the main monkey. 50 bananas. And DK himself is going to get ready for his second boss fight of this game. Watch Tiny's face appear right now. That would have been funny. It would have been a nice joke actually. Me pretending it would have been Tiny. Me saying, yeah, it's going to be Tiny, and then seeing Donkey Kong's face appear. Ooh, gasp, big surprise. But no, I'm not that kind of guy. It is indeed going to be DK, Donkey Kong. And we start off with a couple of critters who are building something, apparently. Oh, that looks quite heavy. Why are they hammering with their hands? But anyway, this is what they were hammering. Armadillo has returned. They've actually rebuilt his armor. And just like Dogglegon in the previous stage, we're once again going to repeat. This time around, actually repeating the first boss of the game. Who was also taken on by Donkey Kong, of course. The first part of the fight works the same. Avoid his fireballs and hit him with the TNT barrel the moment he lowers his guard. And then after the hit he starts rolling towards us. That also does not change. But similar to the Dragonfly fight, we can, of course, expect some new things. He now has a jetpack. Bam! Shockwave attack. Very easily dodged, so not as intimidating as it looks. Yeah, then this still happens. Always after the fireball attack. And that is when he lowers his guard, remember that. It does not change in the second fight. Yeah, was that it, sir? Apparently not. And you keep on rolling towards me, so let's start rolling myself as well. Right, that was it. Now the shockwave attack again. Which goes really slowly. I'm still surprised that it actually moves so slowly. Both the lifting of the attack and therefore initiating it, but also the shockwave itself moves so slowly. You should be ashamed if you actually get hit by that. Now, fireball attack again. I could actually pretend this boss fight is difficult, but as you can clearly see, it is not. There's still one more surprise he will actually give us, of course. Don't expect things to stay this easy all the time. After a couple of hits, he will actually lose his cannons. And how will this change the fight, you may ask? Well, his rolling attack does not change at all. But there is one other thing. Oh, his jetpacks he still has. Shockwave attack is something we're still not afraid of course. Very easily jumped over. I can even make it more difficult for myself by trying to do it while holding a barrel. Even then, it's not a problem. But now for the interesting part. He has lost his main cannons for the fireball attack, of course. He will now start using a different one. Which is very big. Okay, now things get interesting. Let's get hit by the first one. Just keep on moving. Whoa! Big homing missile! Just make sure it actually crashes into the TNT barrel. That way you can easily avoid it. And that should have been the final hit. Yeah, it was. His armor taken out for the second time. He disappears into a key. He did not run away this time around, so he's not going to come back a third time. And world number 6 is finally complete. I still think they should have done things the other way around. First, Armadillo again, and then Dogagon. And that fight was way more difficult. But hey, apparently they did it like this. So, it's time for us to leave again. We have everything. 5 bananas for each Kong, 100 bananas for each Kong, and also the general collectibles, the battle crown, and the 2 banana fairies that belong to a stage. Only 2 more worlds to complete. We have 6 out of 8 keys. It is time for us to move back towards DK Isles. And take a look what we have unlocked. We did get a couple of new moves, of course, here in Crystal Caves. So we still need to take care of a couple of loose ends here in DK Isles. And we also need to think about returning to Fungi Forest now that we have Lanky's new move. We can also pick up the final golden banana over there. But that after DK Isles, of course. But first we need to make use of the monkey port. Oh yeah, we can also get the battle crown in the Fungi Forest lobby now that we have the pad move for Chunky. Get ourselves towards the Fungi Forest lobby. That one's closest to us. For Tiny's final golden banana we need to go to the K-Rool's island. Might as well get started right over here. We did already do half of the work for this mission. Remember the mushrooms that were actually on the ceiling over here? That we needed to shoot with every single Kong in order. After we did that, a Chunky pad appeared. Right over here. But back then, we were not able to actually work with that yet. But now we can. At last. Let's turn invisible. And find out there's another shy thing for us to find. This time around it's not a golden banana or anything. But it is a battle pad, so... Only Chunky Kong can actually reveal this. And it's time for us to fight in Forest Fracas. Okay, I'm not too familiar with the word fracas, so I'm probably mispronouncing that. Don't mind me if I do. But anyway, this is one of the 2 battle arenas here in the overworld. Like I explained earlier on, DK Isles actually has 2 battle pads. The other one we of course already did a while ago. Now we can finally scratch off that collectible as well, here in the overworld. Stage itself is really easy. 1 regular critter, 1 skeleton critter, and a Kasplat. And it's even the wrong one, because it's a Diddy Kasplat. Come on, game. Only Chunky Kong can actually enter this battle arena, and yet you're giving us a Diddy Kong Kasplat. Bam! I should be using the Primate Punch a bit more as an attacking move in all honesty. Oh, but I missed. Let's make sure not to fall off in the final second. That is of course possible to do. But we were able to actually beat the stage. Another battle crown in our possession. Next up, let's go make our way back towards Rool's Island. All the way at the bottom we can find ourselves a monkey port. Tiny's pet, therefore. Nice. For some reason, flattening yourself with fall damage is the most funny to do with Chunky. I'm not too sure why. Tiny, it's your turn. You still have your music pad banana to obtain. Yours was a little bit out of the way. We were not able to reach it until now. And it's also going to lead to a banana for Chunky after that. For him, we also needed to wait until this point. The same basically applies to Donkey Kong's blueprint. But that one we're going to save until beating World 7. It's going to be in the World 8 lobby. While Diddy's blueprint is going to be in the World 7 lobby. That we're going to save for later. We officially cannot even enter the World 8 lobby yet until we turn in both the keys. Therefore we're going to actually leave it with this. Oh yeah, the Banana Fairy is also here, of course. It's actually on the same line in my notes as well. This golden banana and the fairy, because they're so close together. Let's try that again. The further you get in the game, the more these banana fairies actually move around. Yeah, just wait for a moment until they actually hover still for a bit. They always do at some point. And then you can actually easily get them. That's usually the trick. Well, but anyway, that should have been the final one here on DK Isles. Yeah. Always worth checking because there's 4 of them, so it's easy to actually miss one at some point. Especially since you usually get them out of order, if you know what I mean. With all of the stages in between and stuff like that. Look at this, Tiny. It's one of Cranky's special barrels. Yeah, just like I promised, for Chunky this is also going to reveal something. A barrel. Chunky can actually turn big in the overworld now. But first, Tiny is going to pick up her final golden banana here in the overworld. She's the first one to reach 5. Or is this the final golden banana for Tiny? Okay, now I'm talking too much. But people who are familiar with this game already know what I'm talking about, I think. Anyway, this is also the area that leads to the World 8 lobby, but that one's currently closed. We need to turn in keys for K Lumsy. We also need the key for World 7 before that actually opens up. Speaking of World 7, before going there, that chunky barrel that got revealed is also something we need to work with. And that is also immediately a golden banana that we can obtain. And therefore I'm not going to waste any time. And also take care of that. If you've been paying attention and looked around closely here on the overworld, you might have noticed a giant platform with an X on it. And you might have wondered, what are we supposed to do with that? Well, today we're finally going to get a reveal for that. It indeed requires Big Chunky. The barrel that we can obtain right over here, but only after playing Tiny's music pad. We're not allowed to do that sooner. Let's make our way towards the platform. And of course, Simian Slam. Or Belly Flop. And that will break open this rock over here. And there is the golden banana. Quite a big golden banana even. This one should count for 2. Now let's see where it is. Looks like that's going to be it. Oh, kill the zinger! Not allowed to do so, apparently. Here is golden banana number 4. Lanky is still at 3, but in all honesty, that is also something we can take care of course. Remember how we got the orang sprint back in Crystal Caves? That was indeed the move we were missing in order to obtain the golden banana in K. Lumsey's room. It's not just going to be for Fungi Forest. Also something we need to take care of course. Returning to Fungi Forest in order to get that final golden banana for Lanky. But there's also one here in the overworld. Back in K. Lumsey's room. It's been a while since we've been in here. Could technically turn in the key already, but yeah, it's officially not going to do anything, but might as well. Let's trigger that cutscene. It's going to be in the way of my sprint in a moment otherwise. This is going to be yet another half unlockable, you might say. All the way at the top of K. Rool's island, where we were just at, in order to get Tiny's golden banana. We will find out this earthquake will open up K. Rool's mouth. However, only partially. One earthquake is not enough. So we're indeed not able to go into the World 8 lobby yet. We first need to switch to Lanky, of course. I'm still chunky, what am I doing? Oh, and time is also running out. I actually want to finish off in Fungi Forest, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make that anymore. I still have to get Lanky's banana here, Lanky's banana in Fungi Forest. And I wanted to open up World 7 and actually finish off there, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make that, looking at my time. So I think stopping the episode at the beginning of World 7 is not going to happen. But let's at least try to finish off this loose end bunch. Here is the sprint barrel that's finally accessible to us. Sprint away towards the switch. Oh, this is a soft throw spot that I don't need. This I need. Just a regular switch, and therefore you were able to already open this one up all the way at the beginning of the game. However, you would have found out you never have enough time in order to reach the banana. For that, the sprint is required. And that gives us banana number 170. Let's sprint away out of here. And quickly make our way towards Fungi Forest. And see if I'm able to actually get that final golden banana. It's going to ruin my schedule. Because getting the golden banana and the blueprint in the World 7 lobby is also on today's agenda, in all honesty. But it looks like that is going to be a bit too much. We are going to finish off at Fungi Forest, it looks like. Reaching 18 minutes in the video. One final golden banana we were forced to skip here. Let's backtrack back with our new move in hand. I seriously consider calling this the most difficult golden banana to get in the game. Yes, in the entire game. This might actually take me a couple of tries. But for you guys it's not going to matter. I'm going to cut if it takes too long. Which is probably going to happen, taking too long. Let's go make our way past the one layer section that is present in this stage. The start of this race is going to be behind it. Let's go talk to the bunny that we actually met in Crystal Caves. Oh yeah. Fun fact, during night time you actually cannot play this minigame. He's asleep during night. You can actually try to play the music pad. Which would normally wake up the bunny, but yeah, he's not here. Waste of time, waste of time. Now he should be here. That sleepyhead. Hiding behind his lair. There you are. What were you doing stuck in that igloo, by the way? Now, let's get started. I'm pretty sure I only have time for one race in all honesty, but at least that I can still do. Hey Lanky, I've heard that you're a bit of a mover. How about a good old-fashioned running race around my obstacle course? First back here wins the trophy. Alright, this is actually how the minigame starts. First, we just need to race this bunny in a regular way. The course is all preset. As you can see, the next set of flags is always shown to you on screen, so you don't have to worry about learning the course first. The game actually shows you where you need to go. This first race is the easy part of the mission. It's no surprise you actually need to do this more than once. Similar to the polar bear race from Banjo-Kazooie in the Easy Peak. You first get an easy race, where things actually go slow. And right after that we need to go fast. And for that the orang stand sprint is actually required. But for this one it is not. This is still a regular race, as you can see. And even that one is pretty difficult to win in all honesty, because I still haven't passed him yet. Let's go shortcut the way towards this one. Let's make our way back. Luckily the enemies are not going to interfere. Back into the void. And over the finish line. Ah, not bad for a lumbering ape. I wasn't really trying, so you can't have the trophy yet. But I need to get my breath back before we race for the big one. So, take this consolation prize, and I'll see you later. First time is just going to be for coins. Oh, you were quick to spawn right over there. Next time we're going to do the real race. Which, like I said, is probably the most difficult golden banana in this game. And therefore, perfect bet to actually finish off this episode. Just try to get the camera in the void. It actually looks awesome. Getting this black screen, but still having those leaf effects in the foreground present. I think I should make a screensaver out of this. This is worth the layering problem, I must admit. We'll see you folks next time. For the most exciting race yet. Treecks out. Thank you for watching.